Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Bermuda Grass Central. Guys, in this video I'm going to answer two questions. Is it too late to put down my pre-emergent, and can you apply pre-emergent while it's raining or when it's about to storm? Okay, yard fanatics, look, it is a little chilly out here. Alright, here we are. Actually, the day before Halloween, I got to go home and get that candy together, but people are always asking me, is it too late to put down your pre-emergent if you hadn't applied it already? And guys, the answer to that is it's never too late to put down your pre-emergent. But here's the issue. Sometimes when you put it down this late, you may not get absolute protection, or it may not prevent weeds or winter weeds that have already germinated. Guys, it's not going to hurt your lawn at all if you apply pre-emergent, even if you don't need it. Now, if you just planted some new sod or new grass seed, you know, the general understanding is you wait a complete year before you put down pre-emergent. Guys, one of the things I tell people, always look at the bag or download one of those programs. Even subscribe to the Yard Mastery program. They have a system where they'll tell you when to put down pre-emergent, fertilizer, biostimulants, all that stuff, guys. But me, I normally apply twice once in the fall or once in the winter. That's how I try to get by. Look at your bag for your rates. I'm not gonna go too far detail into that, guys, but that's very important that you always abide by the label. All right, I'm gonna try to make sure I do it the right way, but always abide by that label. Don't always look at these YouTube videos as Bible or gospel, because sometimes we make mistakes when we try to show you how to do this stuff. But I've always said, read your label before you apply anything to your lawn. All right, guys, before I answer that second question, can you apply when it's wet and all that stuff? Look, let me show you why you need to apply your pre-emergent. You see this yard right beside my customer's yard, full of weeds. My customer always fight weeds, front and back. And it's because of these neighbors whose yards are filled up with weeds. Now, none of these guys are putting pre-emergent in their yard, but you better make sure that you apply it to yours. Now, as for that second question, can you apply it when it's raining, about to rain? The answer is yes, guys. Here's the thing, though. Now, look, I'm going to show you. Look at the ground. You see it's wet. All right, up in one of these corners should be a weather forecast. And, guys, it's saying it's going to be light rain, maybe a chance of a little heavier rain later on. But it's a great time to put down the liquid or granular. The reason why is because the stuff needs to be watered down into the soil. A lot of you guys always put it down and don't water it in, and then you complain when the weeds pop up. If you're not watering it down into the soil, it's not going to protect your yard against weeds or help prevent weeds from coming into the lawn. All right, guys, and here's just a couple of things I'm gonna use. I'm gonna spray this yard right here with the liquid, and we're gonna put down some granular on one side. Now, let me say this real quick. I hear people saying that they put down granular and liquid. I personally haven't done that before, and I'm pretty sure if you're putting it down in Bermuda, it's going to come back. Established Bermuda, not newly seeded or newly sodded Bermuda. But my recommendation is just choose one or the other. Both are going to do the same. The liquid per se, you get more coverage. You're able to cover more square inches, if that makes sense, versus the granular, because the granular has to go down into the soil, get wet, then spray it off from the carrier agent that it's on and spray it like that. Whereas the liquid, once it hits the grass, you got to water it down off the grass and into the soil, but it spreads. When those guys come by like True Green and spray your yard, I'm pretty sure they leave a note telling you it has to be watered in. If you don't water the stuff in, guys, it's just not going to work like it's supposed to. And before I start, I want to show you a quick rundown of what we got here. I got my Let's Go 0.43 stone wall right here. Pick this up at Site One, guys. On my account, I'm only paying $22 a bag. The bigger guys may be paying $10 a bag. At the store, this stuff costs like $38 a bag. At Lowe's, not Lowe's, at Home Depot, which is 007, which is a 0.86 pendimethalin. And the one at Lowe's is a 0.63. I think that contains don't quote me on the predominant in that one right there, guys. So here we are right here with the spreader. I love this spreader. I'm using hand spreader because we're doing a small yard, guys. No need to bring out the big boy. This is liquid KTS right here. Potassium, guys, right here. Potash, soluble right here. This is the 25%. I'm only recommending this, guys, if you haven't put down any high potash lately to go into your yard to help to protect against the winter. Now, you saw me put down a 7020, but if you haven't put that down, this is an option right here. I'm gonna say this because the YouTube police may be watching. Guys, go ahead and get your soil test, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. But if you don't get a soil test, you know, you're applying this stuff at your own risk, and I do that a lot. It is what it is. I test it on my own yard before I bring it to the camera right here, guys. And we got the yard mastery spreader, sprayer. Big shout out to Alan Haynes for sending one out. Said BYD, you got the Rome backpack spray. You need to try out, so I got that. And guys, this is the predominant WDG here, wettable dissolvable granular right here, guys. A lot of you guys use this, add it to that water, turns into liquid. I got a video for this right here, guys. If you want to learn how to apply this step by step, click on that link up there in the corner, or just wait to the end of the video and I'll provide a link right there, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already pre-mixed this stuff right here, guys. In here I got the predominant, this one right here. I'm gonna spread that with this right here. All right, guys, here's a pro tip right here. Add a herbicide, a weed kill for lawn, any one you want. Spectricide, Roundup, weed kill for lawn, guys, not weed killer. A weed and grass killer, just weed, not this. Let me show you. Not this. Don't put that in your yard right there, guys. Put this in there. One of these products right here that says weed kill for lawn, all right? But you can apply that in here. Read the directions. It'll tell you how many ounces per gallon. And you can also apply your liquid KTS if you want to apply that also right there, guys. Read the label. It's going to tell you how much to apply. You can mix them all together and make one application. Now, if you do use a weed kill for lawn, guys, read those directions and see how long they say it needs to sit on the lawn before you water it in, or if you, it's got to be watered in eventually. But if it doesn't say, I always say wait a couple of days after you, if you do the try mix, wait a couple of days before you water that stuff in to get the most protection and kill the weeds also. But don't go over 14 days. All right, guys, before you start this, put it down here on my feet. Make sure you have boots on, long pants, long sleeves, plastic gloves, eye protection and mouth protection. I'm not, guys, don't go in the comments with that nonsense. I'm talking to the camera, so I'm not gonna put that on. But guys, make sure you put that on. I'm taking one for the team, guys. What I got here is a Yard Mastery backpack sprayer. All right, and I got 3 things mixed up in here. I got the liquid predominant, that's the 65 WDG. I have some KTS 25% in here, and I have a herbicide weed kill for lawns, guys. Just the basic Roundup weed kill for lawns, Spectricide weed kill for lawns. And the only reason I'm adding that, guys, if they have any weeds, it's going to help kill those off. Also, I'm always telling you guys, you see weeds, kill them off. All right, she has a few in here. The issue may be, it may be so cold that it may not work, but just check your label to see. Right now I think it's 50 something degrees, but it's supposed to get up to about 70 in a couple of days. All right, so the first thing you want to do is just go ahead, and I got a fan tip on that. Show them that right there. That's a little fan tip. This is the one that came with it. I don't think this is that T-Jet fan tip, but it's just the basic one, guys. Don't get too excited. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is just walk evenly, and as you see, it's spraying out like the fan tip is supposed to. All right, guys, and you can, like I said, sidewalk it. You can walk through it, however you want to do it. I'm gonna make it simple for the video, and I'm just gonna walk so you can just see. But I want to make sure I get even applications, guys. All right. All right, guys, next I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to apply this real quick. Go ahead and use the hand spreader. No need to bring out the big boys for such a small yard. But guys, read your bag, and it's gonna have spreader settings on the bag. Now when using these handheld, if you're not using the product that it was designed for, you're not gonna find handheld spreader settings on the bag. So generally, what I do is just leave mine on 3. Like this goes up to 5, all right? So I just have it on 3. So what happens is when I squeeze the trigger, it only opens halfway, all right? But you're gonna have to read the label and understand your spreading on how many square feet that your spreader can cover. All right, guys, and this is Let's Go 007 right here, guys. 0.43, picked up at picked it up at Site 1. I got my spreader set on 3 right here. Zoom in on that. It's set on 3 right there. This is the handheld spreader. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it open. And when you're doing this, sometimes you gotta understand what the spreader right here will cover. I think this covers, 2,500 to 3,000 square feet per pound or something like that. It's always different, so just put it on the middle. I'm gonna pull some in here. Oh Lord, this is heavy. All right. Oh, you finished. Okay, guys, if you look, it's not as yellow as the stone wall you would get at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. All of them have a different formula, but it still works the same. I'm gonna go ahead and get this back to Junior. And guys, we're finna go over here, spread it on this yard right here. All right. And I'm gonna just walk down and come back up and just keep an eye on it. Make sure you squeeze the trigger. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on this, so I'm gonna go 4, but I'm gonna cover this little small area right here. That just show you how I had it measured out just right. Guys, I've been doing this for a while, so it's easier for me to put it in here and spread it. But as you can see, it was a little bit dusty. That's why I'll say you always get the mask. If you're doing it while it's windy or wind is blowing, make sure you have it so the wind is not blowing back. All right, guys, and this way these little battery blowers always come in handy. I love having these instead of toting the big backpack blower or whatever. This is the Greenworks 60 volt lithium right here. And what you got to do, guys, make sure you blow that stuff back into the yard. Don't leave it out on the curb. Go ahead, Junior. All right, guys, now that we've done that, it may be kind of hard to see, but there are some granulars down in here, and they kind of fell down in there. When that little light rain come later on this afternoon, or right now, it's gonna water it in. I'm not gonna have to worry about getting it watered in. But I will say this, guys, you get a better spread when you water it in yourself, because you can control the flow of water. But if you're not gonna wait for it to water it in yourself, and you wanna rely on Mother Nature, do it when it's lightly raining or a light storm is coming. Don't do it when it's downpour is coming. You can actually do this while it's raining also, guys. Lightly raining, not heavily raining, because you want to get it washed down into the soil off the leaf blade.
You're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central.
With BYD, this is Michael Boatman, and I'll talk to you soon.